Elvis Presley, life full of struggle. Elvis Presley was humble at first and grew up to become one of rock and roll's most famous figures. In the mid-1950s, he appeared on the silver screen radio and television. He failed in a music class and was abandoned by society when he was young. He worked as a truck driver before deciding to record a song for the first time. His manager even told him after the first performance, "Son, you have nowhere to go. You should go back to drive the truck." But Presley uses as fuel and adversity. We now have jailhouse rock. Without it, you cannot imagine living the world. How did Elvis start? He was born in Mississippi as a surviving twin. His parents were not rich and looked for temporary jobs everywhere, but they go to church as often as possible. Elvis first learned to listen to music there. The guitar lesson continued immediately, but Elvis was introverted and hated singing and playing in public. When a buddy took him to a local radio station, the situation changed and Elvis had the opportunity to play and sing. In any case, he felt stiff and nervous for the first time, but managed to overcome it when he got his second opportunity a week later. Movies and soundtracks. In the 1960s, after leaving the army, Presley restarted his career and soon returned to the top of the list in the soundtrack of his film G.I. Bruce. He went on to record music Viva Las Vegas, Blue Hawaii, and Girl, Girl, Girl. His films are valued by critics and audiences and profiting from the soundtracks, but in the late 1960s, the mysterious artist seemed to have lost his box office appeal. He remained the king of rock and roll. After that, he recorded his first television album in 1968 to prove it. It is commonly discussed as the '68 comeback. His performance amazed the audience and fully shone his talent as guitarist and a singer. Controversy. Elvis' achievement in the entertainment industry has been complemented by many failures in his private life. When he was still a youngster, Priscilla graduated from high school, and he planned to live in the new home named Graceland Mansion. He married her in 1967 and gave birth to his only daughter in 1968. In 1973, he divorced. During this period and through his whole career, his manager Tom Parker handled his finances. With the growth of millions of Elvis Presley, the maladministration of the famous gambler Parker also rose. Parker was later charged with financial problems but proved to be innocent. Elvis' lifetime income is estimated at $4.3 billion, but he never got the concept of financial accountability. It caused frequent court battles between the manager and numerous record companies throughout his life and after that. Elvis is also lucky with his friend and is often surrounded by gangs of thugs to keep him from being admired. Dedication to work. Presley also suffered from other personal issues such as increased dependence on prescription drugs. The on-scene rock star struggled with his weight problem, and his restrictive lifestyle caught up with him when he was hospitalized for drug-related health issues. Despite his disability, Presley was very popular in Las Vegas. He performed at the last concert in Indianapolis in June 1977. Death. After performing at the last concert, Elvis Presley continued to perform at Graceland in the next few weeks. He died under suspicious circumstances on August 16, 1977.